Hello, this is Steve, Dichroic Glass Man, and now StainedGlassManUS on YouTube. Selling dichroic to the public. I've been selling dichroic like this on eBay since 1998, making my own dichroic cabochons. Let's pick one up. This is float dichroic, very rare. You may not know anybody in America doing float dichroic. It's very unique. It's not easy to do because there's not a lot of possibilities out there for float. They don't enjoy the luxury of all the goodies. Getting a little sidetracked, but everybody's used to seeing dichroic jewelry like these components. But when will you ever see a dichroic bevel? This is blue gold. When will you ever see a 2" by 2" Aurora Borealis green magenta 2" faceted jewel? Nowhere but through me. Better not sound too arrogant here. On my website, DichroicGlassMan.com. Isn't that stunning? This one's yellow-blue. Dichroic Bevels, Dichroic Jewels, blue gold, little diamond. I foiled it up so people can get the idea themselves. Anyway, here's the point of this. Check this out. You see all the dichro in the tail? The stuff that looks gold and yellow? That up there is dichro. Dichroic border. Goes all the way around. So everything that's standing out looking like metal, these pieces, and all these bright colored pieces are dichroic glass. This is a door I did probably 12 years ago. It's in Colorado. It's a peacock pattern that you're used to seeing, but look at all that dichro in the tail. You won't find anybody in America doing that. Dichroic jewels, right here. It's like these guys. And I've been doing this for about 13 years. And so now, for the first time ever, I'm going to sell dichroic stained glass architectural textures. I get this coated by CVS, so every color or dichroic effect is available. For instance, Aurora Borealis jewel. I could do this in Aurora Borealis cyan dark red. I could do Aurora green magenta blue, pink teal. I could put pixie sticks on your bevels if you would like. So be watching my bevel windows if you're into dichroics, because you're going to see some dichroic like you've never seen dichroic used. And that's the purpose of these windows. I realized that I made these so long ago I didn't even have a digital camera then, but the idea is still valuable today. That the dichroic, once it's reflected off the surface, is beautiful. You could see this door from hundreds of feet away, seeing all this metallic look. And then here's what it looks like from the inside looking out. Whole world of difference, isn't it? Same panel. One's facing one way, one's the other, because I would have to literally turn that over and put it underneath, and then they would be showing both pointing the same direction. So anyway, you can't say before and after. What you have to say is outside, inside. Check out my website, DichroicGlassMan.com, where you're going to be able to buy. I'll start selling my cabochons. I've sold them all over the world. But for the first time, I'm going to start retailing dichroic components. Just to give you an idea cost-wise, people are paying up to $10 for this as a gold pink 2" faceted jewel. Check it out. Go on the internet. For a 2" faceted jewel, you could spend $8 on a black one, depending on how high they're retailing it. Just to give you an idea, I don't know what the price of this jewel cost, wholesale, so that I would retail it to you. But for the dichroic coating that I would put on your faceted jewel, whether you ship me the jewels or I do it for you. In other words, I get the jewels and then coat them and then sell to you as one big price, because you're going to have the price of the jewel and the dichroic coating. So it's going to seem like a lot. But if I did the dichroic coating for $1.50 an inch, I'm going to sell you that dichroic, my labor on this jewel for $6. Can you imagine? On Etsy, back in the, or on eBay in the olden day, I get $40 for this cabochon right here. And that's, oops, I dropped it. That's just 1 inch. This is 1 1/8 inch. This is really a pretty cab when you see it up close, because it's not black backed. I do a lot of strikers. You can barely see my finger through it. It's so dark. Anyway, yeah. You're only talking $6 for me to do the dichro on that when people are paying $20, $30 for these? Doesn't make sense to me. It seems like a no-brainer. But yet to a stained glass person, if this jewel costs $4 and me to dichroic coat it for $6, you're going to pay $10. But that's not too far off from another, from just regular colored faceted jewels, really. But when you're making a panel, this panel is worth around $2,500 to $3,000 just for the panel. That don't include this handmade door. You got to keep in mind, folks, stained glass is insurable. When you contact your insurance company, stained glass is considered collectible fine art. This door here, I would put it appraised value, because I do stained glass, and dichroic can retail for $12 an inch. So this 3-inch circle could be worth, do the math, that's about 6 square inches times $12. Technically, in its own industry, this is a $72 bevel. You could insure that for $72. So a panel like this, one of a kind, the only one in the world, and nobody in the world can make it, because where are you going to get your dichro? This box here represents thousands of dollars, because you had to have bought the sheet that went with all these scraps. So I've been doing this for 13 years. I love dichro. Been doing it long enough. Now it's time to let the rest of the world know. Dichroic bevels and jewels, and it makes sense. Thanks for watching my videos. Check out my website, DichroicGlassMan.com. Thank you.